Oh. Oh. Good morning, Epic 7. How the hell are you guys? Sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I was feeling a little under the weather. Let's go, Carlos. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to Trey, Christian. How you guys doing? Hello, Save. Welcome, welcome. The gang's all here. Morning, Nacho. Ooh, 854. Let's see if we can break 9 million. Show me 9 million points. Show me 10.4 million. Hell yeah. Oh man, back from the dead. I had a hell of a day yesterday. I'll tell you all about it a little bit later. I'm not emotionally equipped to discuss it yet. I'm still processing. But yeah, it was a crazy wild day. Morning, finally early for once. Hello from Indonesia. Hello, Indonesia. You have beautiful people there. ML Arya worth the pity? We'll talk about that. Greenlandy or Ahmed? Trying to figure out if I made the wrong choice. Greenlandy. Ahmed's nice, but Greenlandy. Arya's design is sick. Oh, or Greenlitica. Sorry, Greenlitica or Ahmed. Ahmed for Arena, Litica for RTA. That's really it. You're never going to use Ahmed in RTA, and you're probably never going to use Litica in regular Arena. Both have niche use in Guild Wars. So it really just depends what you care most about, Arena or RTA. ML Ross might be busted. There's no might to it, Jock. ML Ross is going to be busted. It doesn't take a rocket surgeon to figure it out. If you just put yourself in Netmarble Guy's shoes, if you were running the company, would you phone it in on the MC of the character who is the figurehead of your World Cup in the middle of your 7th anniversary month? Or would you make him the most ridiculous thing ever in the middle of all that hype? I think you kind of can guess what the answer is there. Hello from Ohio, by the way. I'm not too far from Ohio. I'm about 45 minutes from the edge of it. They really brought the jiggle physics out on art. Yeah, a lot of people kind of are realizing that, you know, they need to make Arya more than just bait, because if Arya doesn't freaking carry, people are just going to skip her for Ross. So, yeah. You still take suggests for the game? Yeah, I saw your DM. I'm sorry I haven't gotten a chance to respond to it yet, Phantom. I will send that one up to the devs. We have a monthly meeting, and we just had one a couple of weeks ago, so it'll be a little bit before we have that meeting, but I do collect all of those, and once we have another meeting, I'll definitely bring up your suggestion. Hello from USA, the bestest, most libertiest country. Professor Loki pisses red, white, and blue, I'm telling you. You need to go get that checked out, Loki. Alrighty, all of the daily stuff is done. Oh wait, actually the daily stuff isn't done. I've got to go into Int Wars. How 39. We're not doing so great here, but we still have a shot at this, so we want to actually try. How, ooh, Byakko, Byakko, what the hell, Byakko? Oh no, what did you do? Okay, I know what Byakko did. Byakko said, I don't have FCC. And... that's a neat idea. I think I might use, Carmen, though. Carmen, I'm debating Carmen over Elena. Double healering up. By the way, graduated from university in 3 hours, so they only have 3 hours. Okay, I got to make some quick phone calls. I only have 3 hours left to act before this atrocity goes through. Hang on. Where's my phone? Which university is it, Loki? I need to make a quick call. Fine. Go ahead and release this guy into the workforce. I spent $100 on my graduation outfit just to use it for 1 hour. Bro, people spent like $100 on a freaking bystander Hua Young, and only use her for an hour, so. Zio, Rowana, SBA, he could have. I think he's got all of those units too. You spent $20 on your outfit? Am I free to play? I'm free to play except when I spend $1,000, but other than that, I'm totally free to play. I so far today, I've been free to play. I've been on the free to play wagon now for 18 hours, holding strong. Maybe we'll get to my 24-hour mark. This top team actually looks fucking brilliant for that. This bottom team actually looks not bad, except you need to go away. I don't want to use you. I do think I need to use Alencia so that I can have some focus on her. I guess Carmen does absorb all the BS, so they leave Alencia alone. So yeah, I was thinking about using, Albedo as my knight. But this draws the fire, and I think BBK and a well-placed defense break could fuck up my Alencia. Robin's skill 3 is perfect. It confirms a Scarface collaboration, don't you think? We're definitely gonna see a Scarface collab. Man, there is not a lot of meat on this girl's bones. 28k is not a lot. She has suffered greatly. Oh well, screw it. I don't want to re-gear. I'm tired of moving gear around. Let's just do it. Yeah, no downtime for the Rift, huh? We're just diving right in. I guess we got, what, like a 24-hour or 1 week downtime? Any advice for new free-to-play players? I just hit level 65 and I have some random characters. Should I aim any I should aim for top 5? Top 5 in RTA? I get what you mean. I see your second message though. Let me know when you're back. We'll talk about it. Is Robin made for Rift? Yes, Leaky, but it doesn't mean she won't be good elsewhere. Look at Fene. Fene was made for Rift, and it's not like Fene's losing her job when this is gone. They've done pretty good. Like, Kane was made for Rift, and then once Rift was over, Kane was a useless unit. Wukong was made for Rift, but they tried to branch him out to other places, and there are a handful of other places he's really, really good as your DPS and Green Expedition, and he has some RTA usages. And then Fene, they knocked it out of the park. She was really good for Rift, and by really good, I mean she was Rift, and once Rift is over, Fenny is still going to be used everywhere, and I'm hoping that's going to be Robin's case too, is that she's still going to be really, really good everywhere else. Skill null up, please. What's it going to take to join your guild? It'll take somebody leaving the guild and Car6 saying, bring this person in because they're an active part of my community. So make sure you're following Car6 and that you're active in his community and that you're a well-known name in his chat. You don't have to sub or anything. You just have to be there chatting and yapping and being a part of the community. He always tries to bring people in who are already active members of the community. Remember, it's not my guild, it's Car's guild. I'm just a cog in the machine. Let's go! In Twitch and Discord. God damn it. I can't crack my neck. Too much stress, guys. Too much stress. I went to go get a new company vehicle today. Damn it! 100% counter rate. Fuck! That's gonna kill my FCC. Murder penguin. Murder penguin. Murder penguin. Robin wasn't an heir in the 6th world, right? So that means she could possibly appear in episode 6. Correct. Robin is not an heir. Ow! Leave FCC alone. Ow! God damn it! That counter taking her stealth away fucking ruined this team. This was a brilliant team. It was perfect. Except for fucking counter. Oh my god. Hit Robin. Thank you. Don't die. Counter. Don't die. Ooh, counter. Murder penguin. Oh shit, we don't have the murder penguin ready. This has got to provoke. Thankfully. Cut. Oh my god, she didn't cut. Damn it. Yeah, it all fell apart when she 20%'d me at the very start. It was perfect until that. Oh well, at least I still have backup Arya and backup FCC, so we can use it again. God damn it, that was so perfect. ERML Kairon is better here. It still fell apart when FCC died because of the counter. Counter into a defense break. I hate RNG losses. Okay, do this. Heals RNG, man. Isn't counter 30? You're right, it is 30%. Arya hasn't been working as well for me as she used to. Yeah. Okay. Eat it, BBK. I just use ML Luna plus BBK and Amiki for that kind of a team. Yeah, I guess I coulda. I've run into some Proof of Valor Arunkas, though, that cause huge problems for me with that. Pop. Is that a counter set? Is that a counter set on her? What kind of monster? No bullying. What's with 280 plus speed Selines in Guild Wars? It's just the normal speed on Selines now, isn't it? Get behind me, Satan. Oh, of course you're on Holy Sack. Why wouldn't you be? Provoke. Resist. If the S3 doesn't kill her, I'm screwed. We just gotta go in with S1. Oh my god, with the counters! Any luck with my free 10x pulls? Yesterday was kind of okay. Let's see here. Provoke, because you don't have any ER, right? Oh my god, she doesn't have any ER. Game over. Poor Carmen. I got junk. I got this yesterday. Not bad, huh? So that was 5-star Elegos, 5-star Para, 5-star Ida, 5-star Broken Will of the Priest, and in my opinion, 5-star Tag of Hell's books. My first 5 stars from a 10 pull. I know Tag's book's technically a 4-star, but we all know it's really a 5-star. Yeah, I've never had a pull like this in 7 years. I was like, wow, I wasn't even recording it. So yeah, I blew all of my luck in one pull off stream. Damn, that fight was disappointing. Okay, can we make it up somewhere else? That looks familiar. Okay, okay, so you wanted me to try ML Luna, BBK, and Amiki, huh? I'm down to give it a shot. No, still no collab news. No, my BBK is not res. My BBK is full ass damage. So Solitary is gonna fuck her up. So we can't do this. Even if my BBK was full ER, it's not enough ER to stop a Solitaria. Not reliably. Which RTA rank gives the skins? Masters and above, but you have to end Masters. Excuse me, not just get there, but end Masters. Damage BBK should not be base speed. Only ER BBKs and counter BBK should be base speed. You want a little bit of speed on a damage BBK. Which skin they give? If you end this season in Masters, you will get the Harsetti skin, which hasn't been revealed yet. Strays the bottom. Raise the bottom. Let me see. She'll go first. The problem is the turn order. What if my Strays goes first? I don't think it's a good idea. I got no way to guarantee Strays doesn't get cut. Yeah, it's a coin toss. And you don't want to throw that much RNG into a Guild War fight. Is it still worth for ML Ross over Arya? That's the question of the hour, son. We don't know what Ross's kit's going to look like, and is Arya the biggest bait ever? And by biggest, I mean biggest. ML Arya is broken. ML Arya looks like she will be absolutely miserable behind, what's it called? Absolutely miserable behind Arunca. Why is it should be working? Let me test it. Box. I don't know why it's not working. I need to get under the hood and fix it. I thought I turned it back on. I'll get in a refund, just Space Seal. Just remind me after stream so I don't forget. Got a lot to talk about today. A little bit. Let me figure out this top team, though. What do we want to do up here? Do this. Spray. Kill that. Then we have to deal with this. I think we can still Ludwig this team. The back row is not that strong, and we'll seal it. Then it's just a matter of dealing with frickin' Arunca. Yo, holy shit. That is a zooming Renok. Don't, oh my god, look at that poor fucking Ludwig. Oh my god. I don't have enough souls now. I gotta risk it without a burn. If I do it with a burn, I gotta risk it without a burn. Oh god, thank goodness. Okay. Proof of fucking valor. We're gonna lose to proof of valor. Free to buff gone because free to dead. Oh, the buff stays? Oh, well. Now I feel silly. That was awful. You have ML Shroon, I have everything. Well, not everything, but almost everything. I kind of don't need it. What's up with the counter freaking Senyas? That's wild. Ow. Loving the 100% counter rate, guys. Just imagine Bologna, but HP scaling. That's ML Arya. I don't know if I go that far. Bologna is more of an aggro unit. Arya looks full on anti-cleave tank down. Oh, of course you pull the Weaver. Why wouldn't you pull the Weaver? And now I get quad stunned. Okay. I'm being apocalyptic. I should relax a little. ML Aria feels like bait. Everything is bait. This is Epic 7. Holy sack, because of course. May as well proc this. Ow. Defense break, por favor. You reckon Robin is worth getting? She's the Rift unit, dude. You always get the Rift unit. If she's used in Rift, she is specifically designed for Rift. You always get the Rift unit. I skipped Arunka and now ML Arya. I'm screwed in RTA. Only for a couple of months, and then new MLs will come out that'll power creep the existing ones. Everything. Oh, with Rock? Yeah, I guess. Canonically, that works out. Oh, this isn't even open yet. Lovely. Guys, we are not doing so hot in this guild war. Freaking 2 and 4. Brutal. Ew. Freaking. Ew. Yep, sure. I like that. Oh, this top team looks fun. I mean, normally I would just cleave the top team, but is there somebody we can replace Benny Maru with? Hey, look. Loki, man after your own heart. So probably a really fast Shu. The Shu probably killed the Arunka, and then Arby just ruined everything else. I think Robin's going to be good in RTA too. Possibly. Does she have enough plot relevance? I used to use Fribbles for Guild War info. Kind of glad that's gone. I'm kind of glad it makes us think again. Yeah, I peaked this time. But we'll go over it all together here in just a little bit. God, we really gonna try to use Benny fucking Maru here? Do I need to relearn the lesson of all this guy does is cost you wins? Use the thermonuclear RB that can kill anything. I hope someone scalped that. Probably did. There may even be notes. There's not notes. You see, that's just the thing, right? We don't really care. As long as everybody tries, we don't really care. We got the capability to be a top 30 guild. We just don't have the drive or ambition. Zoom, zoom. Up, it's a fast shoe. Ow, ow. Benimaru, ladies and gentlemen, exactly as advertised. Hey, Deathpod. Freaking Gab, let's go. Descending Blade. Show me what you got. Oh my god, RB, that was... Oh my god. That was awful.
Brace yourself for a rare spectacle.
Sigh. Why Benny so OP? Yeah, OP. Typical Benimaru gaming. Once again, every once in a while I have to remind myself that Benimaru serves no purpose but to give your opponent wins. So Arya not worth pity? I didn't say that. Pow. Need more fast Benny. Need to just not use garbage can unit. Yeah. Friggin' triple draw. Not my best showing. One of these days I will like care enough to put effort into Guild War. Nope, you didn't miss anything, buddy. We were just getting some Guild Wars out of the way to, you know, give mystics to the rest of the community. I'm a man of the people. I needed to make sure they had enough mystics to pull their Arya, so we had to int a little bit. ML Arya actually better than Bellion when she released. That bad, huh, guys? That bad. Okay. What do we get here? Surely it's an Arya for an Arya imprint? Huh? Show me Senya. Yeah. Welp. That's worthless. Absolutely worthless. Mort victim. You know what? Maybe someday she will get a fire version. And no, wait, we can't. She already got one, and she already got an alternate version. Oh well. Sad it wasn't Shu. You guys are awful. Show me something beautiful. Make all these haters feel bad. Is your bride Senya already triple S? Oh yeah. Daydream Joker, bitches! Who wants to touch me? Hello, Maya. Oh! 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 Can't be mad about last piece, Corinne. She's so pretty. Nice! I need more Arias, Aria C's. Do I have new Kid Auden? Yes. Yeah, the only 4-star ML I'm missing is Shuri, so I need a Fire Ranger or Dark Ranger to pop up. Well, not as good as yesterday. For those who missed it, this was the luck from yesterday. But I will take it. It was pretty decent.
Time for a counterattack.
Oh wait, we got an elemental summon, don't we? We got 2 elemental summons. Who do I want from this? You know what's the best part about fire elemental some is it's impossible for them to be Shu. You got a successor Teiyu from Daily Login? Must be nice. One of the ones I'm missing. Show me something sparkly. Oh my god, it's Dingo, isn't it? It's always Dingo. Show me something that's a little bit less Dingo, if you would, please. It's something Dingo would cook. Alrighty. It's impossible to use Shu for now until there's a fire Shu. Oh my god. Can you imagine? Can you imagine multiple rats? Triple rats? Can Robin detonate bombs? No. She detonates burns and bleeds. How am I on Senya's? That's a lot of Senyas. One Senya hanging out with 3 Morts. Brutal. Summer pool. No, Frederick, stop. Don't speak evil into the world, man. You invite the devil. You speak the name of the devil. It's like inviting him to the table, man. We don't need that. We don't need that at all. Okay, I think that is about that. Let's go ahead and squeeze out what's left from Rift that we can squeeze out of it. Okay, because there's always somebody who doesn't know about this. I have to bring this up every so often. Those of you who've heard it get to hear it again, but most of you, when you're staring at this screen and you go to sort your gear, you click this arrange button and it says auto select, and you click that and you can fart around with your auto select and decide like, oh, I want to keep purple gear but sell all the all this stuff. Don't use this. This is trash. It's default and it's trash. Change it from auto select to simple selection. And then run this slider up depending on where you are in the game. I would recommend brand spanking new players hang out at 24. Veteran players who have like 500 or fewer pieces of gear, slide it up to 26, and people with over 500 maxed out pieces of gear, maybe they run it at 28. Don't do this. This is obnoxious. 28, right? And then check the box that says exclude equipment with speed substats. Now what this does is once you set this up and you hit simple selection, it's going to select all of the garbage, all of the stuff that's below 28 gear score unless it has a speed substat on it. So you can speed check it. And things that are higher than 28 gear score that aren't speed substats, it keeps them so you can look at them and see if this could actually be really good banger gear. So it's a great way to speed through this. Now do be aware that it does not look at main stats. So before you do anything, you want to go over and peep your boots and hit and just do it on the boot screen, hit simple selection, and look at your boots and make sure it's like, maybe I need some speed immunity boots and I want to keep these. So you can go ahead and do and run these up first. You don't want it to sell speed main stat boots that you maybe want to keep. So after you've just checked your boots and make sure there's nothing here you really care about, and none of these 2 that it's selecting do I really care about. I do need speed immunity boots, but not like this. That's pretty awful substatting. So now I can just go through here, arrange, simple select, and boom, just like that, from 713 pieces of gear to 653. It got rid of 60 some odd pieces of garbage, and all that is left for me are really nice high gear score pieces and speed checks. So it's really, really nice to sort your gear and go through. One of the things people ask me to do is a gear guide, and this will be a big part of it. This will help you help you go through so you can just speed check the things that are speed checkable and ditch the things that are garbage and maintain the really nice. Ooh, look at this piece. Not only is it high gear score, it also has a speed sub. Show me something beautiful. Ugh, that's okay. It hit speed once. We go again. Okay, we are just... Are we out? Are we out? Are we really out on this one? That was a max roll, but it was a max roll into a 4, right? It was a max roll into a min roll. I think I'm out on this one, even though the HP and the defense... If this was ER, I think I'd go higher, but I don't think I need this piece anymore. What a weird looking helmet to be 29 gear score. Man, this is just all over the place. But, you know, maybe we tend to roll effect resistance, right? Stranger things have happened. Okay, no, we just sell this garbage. No, 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 no. Ooh, look at these boots. Some potential in these kicks, right? We just dodge the middle. Just dodge the middle. Top and bottom only. Oh, 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 top and bottom only. God damn it, game. God damn it. It's like picking up this incredibly hot girl in a bar, and she takes you in the back room, and she takes her top off, and then she takes her skirt off, and then she takes her hair off, and then she takes her teeth out, and then she takes her leg off. God damn it. Knackwall, protection set monk, protection set solitaria. Oh my god. Are you guys really going to try to get me to roll this further? Okay. A 5. I mean, I guess it, yeah, it's fine. Yo, chill. No, I have no chill today. I had a guy try to murder me yesterday by wasting my time. He tried to age me out of existence. Alrighty. Okay, guys, we got some news to go over. It is maintenance day, so Epic 7 has dropped a big data dump on us. So let's go check it out and see what's coming to Epic 7. Malaria. We are not calling her malaria. I know you put ML Arya, but I read malaria. Holy shit. Are we really going to wind up calling her malaria? ML Arya? All right, guys. Daily energy burning event. Daily energy burning event? What have we got here? We have prepared a daily energy burning event to help you power through the upcoming summer heat. Play every day during the event to earn a variety of items. So what have we got here? So it's just a daily web event where the more stamina you spend, the more stuff you get, I guess. And finally, a free unequipped ticket. It's been a while since we've had a free unequipped ticket, right? It feels like it's been a while. Okay, so yeah, just your normal daily login stuff. A little bit of a different spin on a existing standard. So you'll get it from doing Spirit Altar, Ogre Armory, Hunt, and thankfully Rift, because the new Rift is coming soon, and from Side Story. Home office, guys. Can't ignore it. Give me a sec. Sorry, guys. So, nice that they're doing a daily summon thingy, I guess. Or daily energy thingy. What did I miss? What'd you guys say? When I say meta shift, I mean Harsetti. I have to re-gear mine because there's under skin. She's not obese. She's top heavy. There's a difference. Oh my god. Yeah, you see my ML Arunca. I'm probably going to change my ML Arunca. I don't know. I really like the damage she does, but having no ER on her is starting to be a problem. So I'm thinking about dropping 500 defense off of her and getting another 80 ER on her. Oh my god, this is going to be my day today. Sorry, guys. Yeah, malaria would probably fix a lot of the ER issues for her. So, I don't know. We're going to see. Can I sort my units by defense? I mean, she's going to be the highest, I think. Yeah, she's the only one that's like 4K. Poor Karina. Poor Karina. All right, guys. So let's see what else we got. So what else do we have? Special weekend buff event. Guys, this weekend's special. There's a buff event. Unlike every weekend we've had for the past 2 months, the buffs are back, and that means burning passion packs are back. So we got the traditional buff events, Spirit Altar Gold, and then everything. So just like all the normal ones, and they are doing a special free unequipped buff event because it's special. It's not the fact that it's the last full weekend of the month, and the last full weekend of the months are guaranteed to be free unequipped. So yeah, this isn't special. This is regularly scheduled. We always get free unequip on the last weekend of the month. But the buff event itself is kind of nice. You can go get some more Leafs and Burning Passion packs and get ready for Rift. You might want to consider, if you buy these packs, buying them but not using them, not spending them into the buff event, because you'll notice the word Rift is missing from here. And that's because Rift will be closed after the maintenance and won't open again until the 29th when Rift goes live. We're going to have like a 1 week downtime for Rift. and trying out the new units. So you may want to start saving up your leafs for that, to try to burst your way up and climb the RC ranks to get to the higher rift levels. What else do we have going on? Epic 7. Ludwig and Time Matter drop rate up. Oh my god. So if you've watched some of my guides, you've probably found the usefulness of Time Matter as a solid artifact for Vivian. Very nice PvE artifact. Something you should probably have at least one of if you want to do nasty tricks with Vivian, but please, please, please do not pull on these kind of banners. Just pick up one from the shop with powder if you really want one. Otherwise, just give it a pass. Ludwig can be a nice imprint for ML Ludwig as well, but guys, this hero, this unit, they are nice, but there are ways to play the game around them without the artifact, without the unit, and so much is heading our way. You're going to want Robin. She's a Rift unit, and you always, always, always want the Rift unit. And she is quasi-limited. And by that, I mean her banner is not limited, but by the time her banner is rerun, or by the time her story is activated, or in order for you to get her again, Rift will be almost over. About the only way you'll be able to access the Rift unit again if you miss out on Robin's banner is to do the paid banner activation about 3 or 4 weeks in, or 3 or 4 months in that they usually do. So you're gonna have to pay money to get a chance to pull Robin in time for Rift to be over. So I really think you need to not go willy-nilly with your Skystones on these ancient old units. Even if Time Matter is slowing you down, just find other ways to do it, guys. And what else do we have? Oh, guys, Lua and Spatio-Temporal Fan. Lua used to be one of the strongest RTA units in the game. She was wildly difficult to beat, but she's gotten power crept out. If you the one of the first units that sent all of the content creators to Stove en masse saying, nerf this unit. If you release her as is, she's going to ruin the game. And she was every bit as bad as we expected her to be, and then they power crept her, if you can believe it. So yeah, she's not very good anymore. And Spatio-Temporal Fan, it's nice mostly because of the effectiveness boosts and the ability to stealth. One of the unit on the team is a secondary bonus, so it's really nice on Sea Phantom Politis, but Sea Phantom Politis has other alternative artifacts that work in place of this. Not worth your Skystones, guys. Do not put your bookmarks into Lua or Spatio-Temporal Fan unless she is waifu for you and you just can't live without her. Then you gotta do what you gotta do. Remember, maintenance is tonight. We'll be having our post-maintenance podcast with special guests. Of course, I'm Sue. And also we will be having Kana and Anyo as well on the cast tonight. So make sure you join us tonight for a podcast to get everybody's opinion on the current state and future state of Epic 7. Let me see. 522 update contents. This is the big one, guys. This is what is going on tonight. Let's take a look at what we have in store for you in this week's update. The update will be provided, blah, blah, blah. 1 minute summary. Let's go. There she is, guys. Malaria. Damn, that's some bounce. Holy.
Limited time for
So ML Arya. So ML Arya is the next ML5 unit. She will come out on June the 5th, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll get into whether or not you should pull for her or not. She is part of the Natalon High School story arc, but she is the committee member responsible for order at Shadewood High. So maybe an expansion on the Natalon High universe as well.
essential matters.
Should have stayed in the Night's Lane, darling.
She's so cool.
Then again, who am I to say? You don't know who I am? Well, that tells me you haven't been naughty.
Guys, Guys, I can't tell you how hyped I am for Robin. She was, as soon as I saw her, she was my favorite damn unit in the new Origin series. So very excited for Robin to come out. Robin is dropping on 5/29, the same date Rift goes live, and Robin is a fire elemental hero. So it is pretty effing clear that Robin is going to be the Rift unit. Now, does that mean she's only going to be used for Rift and nowhere else like Kayn? Probably not. They saw how unhappy we were that they gave us Kayn. They saw how unhappy we were that they gave us Kayn, one of the coolest, most edgy husbandos ever, and that as soon as Rift was over, so was Kayn's job, and he serves no purpose in the game whatsoever anymore. They've tried to buff him, but it just doesn't work. It hasn't worked. And then they did a little better with Wukong, where after Rift was over, Wukong still had some jobs. Not a lot of jobs, but he's still really good in Expedition and the occasional RTA. And then they came out with Fene, and they maybe went a little overboard with Fene. Even though Rift is going away, people that still have Fene are still going to use Fene in tons of places. She is arguably the best PvE unit in the game. So I don't think that just because Robin is a Rift unit, that means that's going to be the only place she's used. I would expect to see her branch out into other aspects of the game.
Me, you haven't been naughty.
And there it is, guys. Rift Season 4, Molten Acalypton, Molten Acalypton. That's a mouthful. So this lovely hunk of massive muscle and bone is our next Rift unit, and Rift starts the same day as Robin's banner goes live. Okay, so they're changing the notification center. Our notification center feature is being added. So, you know what? I'm okay with that. That's fine. Quality of life, always welcome. Keyboard shortcuts are added for each content type on the PC client. If only they would allow us to, I don't know, set some hotkeys, but this, you know, to program them ourselves so that we could say, click on this spot and bind that to the letter G. So this is kind of nice for people that, you know, don't like having to go around and click on everything with their mouse, that they will have ways to use the keyboard. It looks like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to access this right side board, and then S, P, and E for Secret Shop, Epic Pass, and events. And there's some stuff at the top too. So that's kind of nice. You think it's reassignable? If it's reassignable, that's great. I still wish they would allow us to keybind specific spots on the keyboard. That would make shop refreshing so much easier. Mother God, if they actually put keys, if they actually have added keybinds to the secret shop, massive W for Smilegate. But if they don't keybind to the secret shop, then it just feels like it was so close to a home run. But we'll have to see. Tooltip display improvement. Okay, so I guess they are just rewording some things to clean it up a little bit. Okay, again, quality of life always welcome. Yep, less text, less reading. I like less reading. Ludwig and Lua, skip and skip. Hey, there's a Charlotte. There's a Charlotte. You know what? Forget pulling Robin. Why would you pull Robin when you could pull Charlotte for all the nuns of places you get to use Charlotte? Actually, there's one reason you'd pull on Charlotte. Elbrus Ritual Sword. So it does mean Elbrus Ritual Sword is going to make a return to the powder shop. If you want more Elbruses, Elbrai, whatever the plural is to Elbrus, it is a powerhouse artifact even in a post-mortem meta, but really the flavor de jour is definitely Robin. And remember, we are rolling into summer, so always hold back a little bit, because when the summer units drop, there will be 2 of them plus the rerun for Frida. those will all be limiteds, and you want to make sure that you've got the bookmarks to survive the summer season. Oh my god, the biggest, most massive chest in the game is on banner with ML Arya. Isn't that crazy? G-Perg by far and away has the largest chest in Epic 7. Gotcha. But Arya is there looking fantastic. Disciplinary Prefect Arya. That's going to hit right for a few people, I know. Yeah, is she a must-pull? We'll get into that in a little bit here. And that's it, guys. That is our update. At least from the video. Let's see what else we have going on in the update content. So, again, Lua's spatiotemporal fan, unless she's waifu and you just have to have her because you're a collector, she is a hard pass. Ludwig, again, unless you're a collector, he is a hard pass. His artifact is useful in some PvE, but wholly replaceable. You can pass on that. Other improvements. So, category of certain packs on sale will be adjusted. 5 renewal packs will be added. Oh, 5 renewed rank up packs. Remember, I was like, why are they getting rid of the rank up packs? Well, this is why. They were freshening them up so they could sell them again. So new rank up packs. Rank up packs are usually really good value. We'll have to see what the pricing on it is and look at the whole pack, but pound for pound, if you want to spend money, usually rank up packs are worth it. And these look like they are loaded with bookmarks and summons. Okay, for the PC only, keyboard shortcuts will be added. This, if you play on an emulator, you're not going to see this. This is PC client only. If you're on an emulator, you got to assign your own key bindings. Assigned shortcuts can be viewed from setting, and pressing Alt will display shortcuts available on the current screen. So you can press Alt to see these, otherwise they'll be invisible, and that's nice, less clutter. It does not look like we'll be able to assign keybinds, which was really disappointing. I really want us to be able to assign keybinds. Due to the expansion of battle content, the battle menu will be divided into permanent, seasonal, and event to enhance accessibility. Okay, sure. I guess they worked really hard to clean up the sub menus and make them, make fewer sub menus, but I guess we're going back to bloating with sub menus again. Hopefully it is smooth, I guess. This is better, not gonna lie. Hopefully it's better. We'll see. Notification center will be added to the lobby right up here, and just gonna spam you about all the things that you've got to do and have yet to do, so that's kind of nice. Fewer people going, oh crap, I forgot to claim XYZ before it ended. Up to 3 notifications, Heart of Orbis, level, okay. A new energy item that can be purchased with Robin regular coupon will be added to the normal shop. The quick battling feature can now be used in episode stages that support repeat battling. Whoa, the quick battling feature can now be used in episode stages that support Holy crap, look what they snuck in there, guys. We can quick battle adventure now. Huge. You can quick battle your your AP farming. You can quick battle. Oh, that is fan-freaking-tastic. Love it, love it, love it. Friendship points cannot be obtained when using quick battling, so something to note. If you're, don't go quick battling your eulogy for a saint team. Players can now use guardians in both expeditions and automation tower. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Everybody autos expedition, and pretty much everybody autos auto tower, but at guardians in expedition tower, you know who this matters for is new people who are trying to do it for the first time. They're trying to clear their expedition so that they can do the go for the higher levels. They're trying to finish off their auto tower and they can't quite get it. So having guardians and expedition auto tower, not going to change the game much for veteran players who've got this crap locked down on auto, but for newer and climbing players, this is a really, really nice quality of life. Device effects will not be triggered when using the guardians. Good to know. A new tutorial category will be added to the Orbis guide. Again, that's nice. So, there's a whole lot of win in this other category that I think a lot of people might have missed if they glazed it over. Improvements. The skill description of Charon skill and a 3-star apocalypse will be okay. So no functional changes, just cleaning up text. Improvements were made to some skill descriptions. Yeah, removing text. That's nice. Redundant passive cooldown text will be simplified. Again, nice. The term additional damage and fixed damage will be unified as additional damage. Good, because that was confusing. And miscellaneous description. Okay, so basically just they're going to try to fix it so it doesn't feel like you're reading a novel every time you see a damn skill. Because that has been an ongoing complaint, is that it seems like you've got to read for 15 minutes just to get through everybody's skills. Adjustments. An intermittent issue where held difficulty mission during a session could not progress when using 4 heroes specific element will be fixed. It's great. An issue where 5-star hero Dizzy's Gamma for all the people who have Dizzy will be fixed. An issue where certain episode 1 illustrations appears unacquired in the art journal will be fixed. This is one that we had submitted where people are saying, hey, where are my illustrations? This is one where people were saying, hey, this is an issue. Where's my illustrations? An issue where battles could not be ended during repeat battling will be fixed. This is one where we did submit up, where people were getting trapped, literally just had to close and restart the game in order to get out. An intermission issue where owned illustrations were deleted, basically similar to this one. An issue where the entire limit for certain stages in Basar's Hero Stories displayed as 0. Wow, okay. An issue where Blessing of Healing item appears only in Guild Captain Shop on the Japan server will be fixed. An issue where certain graphics were displayed abnormal will be fixed. Certain UI text adjustments. An issue where where is the fix for people who can't complete specialty changes because the specialty changes need you to do stages that you can only do once and can't repeat? Why are they leaving specialty changes broken? We've got at least 4 different specialty changes that you can't complete. For the love of God, Smilegate, how many times do we have to run this issue up? It is frustrating as hell for new players to be told, do a specialty change, then they go and do it. They can't figure out how to do it. They ask, and they get told, oh yeah, that's been broken for months. I guess Smilegate will fix it someday when they care. That's the kind of stuff that makes people want to quit the game. And it's important because this impacts new and growing players the most. Fix this issue for the love of heckin' God, Smilegate. And that's it. So I am a little bit, left feeling a little bit lacking. I know we're in a down cycle. I know Smilegate does these down cycles, but where is our Constellation event? Where is our 10 loner units for RTA? Where is any kind of announcement for the World Cup and some insight as to whether or not people who were disqualified last year are going to be allowed this year? There's a lot that's kind of missing from this, and hopefully they bring the fire because we're rolling into June and so many new games are rolling out in June that a lot of people who came to Epic 7 for something new, fresh, hype, and exciting are going to explore other options, and customers lost are hard to get back. So I really hope that we see a big uptick and some pickup in June, because yeesh, this feels a little bit thin. I know we got Rift, and Rift is great content and all that, but they need to keep the hype going. I'm worried about the slowdown. What else have we got in today's announcements? Temporary maintenance for certain content completed. Okay, so that was something that they fixed and did. This is something I'm going to touch in because it's kind of a sore topic right now, but the Epic 7 board game compensation for unreceived or damaged products. So the Epic 7 board game is something that had been kickstarted years ago, like right around the drop of the pandemic. I'll go ahead and read this to you. First, we would like to sincerely apologize for the disappointment and inconvenience caused over a long period due to issues that arose during the production and shipping of the Epic 7 board game. The Epic 7 arise by the Kickstart publisher Farside Games, despite your enthusiastic support and anticipation during the funding campaign. So, Farside Games was the Kickstarter who was managing this product. Epic 7 basically licensed the product, the IP to them so they could make this game based on a Kickstarter. Epic 7 Arise successfully met its funding goal and then some. The funding goal was blown away. Production seemed to be proceeding smoothly at first, however, COVID-19 pandemic arose, major delays in production, inconvenienced errors, didn't get any last night, all the things that could have gone wrong. The English and Korean versions of the board game were shipped. That worked out. But the final productions of the German, French, and Spanish versions did not see completion. Because of this, some heirs could not receive their products properly, and even those who did may have experienced issues with the products or were unable to request exchanges, as in they showed up damaged or incomplete, resulting in continued inconvenience. Yeah, imagine spending money on a Kickstarter only to get a broken, partially complete, or not get anything at all. We recognize the deep responsibility we bear for not living up to the expectations of heirs who put their trust in Epic 7 IP and waited patiently years. We waited years and continuously sought other ways of offering meaningful assistance. However, Farside Games, the board game company in charge of funding the campaign, holds the authority and responsibility over shipping, exchanges, and refunds. Because remember, they just licensed the name to Farside Games. Farside Games was the one who was creating and promoting and shipping and taking your money. The money didn't go to Epic 7, the money went to Farside Games. So it was a challenge for us to provide realistic solutions, given that we're not directly contracting party for the production delivery of the game. Although we made continuous attempts to contact Farside Game, including sending them certified documents demanding fulfillment of the contract, they ghosted them. They dono-walled them. Farside Games just totally ignored them, and then the company shut down. So they took the money and ran, guys. How many times we heard this story? The Kickstarter who takes the money, closes up shop, and disappears and leaves you kind of holding the bag. Valuing the trust of our heirs who support Epic 7 IP, we've discussed ways to provide meaningful support within the limits of what is possible. They can't offer you a refund. They did not take your money. Farside Games took your money, and Epic 7's got egg on their face because they did contract through them, but it's kind of a rough situation for them. As a result, we've prepared the following compensation plan for heirs who either did not receive their products or discovered defects in their products that were received. If you wish to receive compensation, please prepare your purchase details and supporting documentations and follow the instructions to submit your applications below. And there's the compensation periods, roughly an entire month, all this stuff. And this is what you can get based on how much you spent, what you bought. Did you buy the custom dice? Did you get the add-on for the Acolyte sets? And, you know, they're offering several thousand Skystones as compensation. They are very specific that the where is it down here, that the please note that this compensation is a support measure from Epic 7. It is not a legal refund or settlement. They're basically leaving the door open for you to sue Farside Games for stealing your money, is what they're doing here. And they're saying, and this is their statement, so that if you or a class action or Smilegate themselves decides to take action against Farside can't say, will you offer a refund in the form of Skystone, so there's nothing for us to return. So it's a little bit of legalese letting you know that this is not restitution for your money spent. This is Smilegate trying to do something nice for the people who got fucked over, and it was out of Smilegate's control. They just chose a bad company, and a company that was disreputable, and took the money and ran to make the board game, and now they kind of feel bad about it. Yeah, it does show that they have lawyers looking at the things they post. So anyway, if you want to send in your receipts, you can get it, but apologize for the inconvenience. It's a big disappointment for the people who really wanted this Arise board game, who spent money supporting it. We've seen it 1,000 times. How many YouTube videos have we seen on, I supported this MMO, I put thousands of dollars into it, and then they disappeared and stole my money. It's not an uncommon thing. Let's see what the comments says. So if I get this right, Smilegate basically has to shrug and say, money's gone and it's gone, like in South Park. And now they're trying to compensate backers with this made-up in-game currency they can generate endlessly no cost themselves. Correct, to a point. You're making it sound like Smilegate's taking your money and running, and they're not. Smilegate got nothing out of this. The money, the percentage of the money that was supposed to go to Smilegate, I'm sure Smilegate didn't get that. The money that went to the game to make the game, the guys who closed up shop and ran and are dono-walling Smilegate and not talking to lawyers, they get to keep that and run. Smilegate can try to sue them, but here's the thing, guys. If a company goes Chapter 7, or whatever it is, where this company is, whatever the equivalent of it is, there's there's a legal phrase for it, I think, but it's basically unprosecutable. When you're talking about a civil case, and a civil case is when you're going after them for money, for restitution of money. If there is no money, they can't be sued. You can't sue a broke person for money. Now, if you want to criminally sue them and try to get CEOs put in jail and shit, you can do that, but that doesn't restore money. So that's difficult. So I know sometimes I come off as a little bit of a white knight, and sometimes I come off as a little bit of a doom poster, and in this case, I'm going to be more white knight than doom poster. We have all made bad decisions. We have all hired a contractor who looked good on paper and then did a shitty job, and we've had to hire other people to fix the problems. So what Smilegate's done here is these guys promised, we will do a Kickstarter. We will crowdsource the money. We will make this game. You will get a percentage of the money, and it's going to be great, and everyone's going to love it, and it's going to promote your brand. And then they completed it and did it for global and for Asia, and then the pandemic hit them so hard that they kind of half-assed it and got a few of the ones out for Germany, France, and Spain. They were broken, they were incomplete, they weren't, there was quality control issues, and a lot of people just didn't get it, and then they closed up shop and are ignoring certified letters and donor-walling phone calls and contact. And Smilegate's like, what more can we do? We can't make this game from scratch. We don't have the resources here. We don't 3D print this stuff. We can't make this game. There's not a lot they can do except keep pushing on their end. And hopefully Smilegate does take legal action. I'm sure they are looking at it, but I can't say for sure. But it's nice that they aren't just saying, hey, we got had just like you guys. We both lost money. Sucks to suck. It's the risk you take when you do a Kickstarter. At least they're stepping up and saying, we know it stings. There's nothing we can really do about it. We can't just give you the money because we didn't even get the money. It would be taking an even bigger bath on our end to refund you money that we never received. And if we refunded money that we never received, it would also harm our ability to go after them legally. So instead, we're going to give you some sky stones, and not just some. In some cases, tens of thousands of sky stones. Well, not tens of thousands, but over 10,000 sky stones. We're going to give you a pile of sky stones to try to take the edge off. Be very clear that this is just us doing a nice customer service thing, doing a nice customer satisfaction thing, and in no way offering you a legal refund or settlement, to leave the door open so that hopefully Smilegate or some other third party can rip these guys a new legal asshole, and we will just have to see how that pans out. But those of you who are really sad that you didn't get your board game, I'm sorry, you're probably never going to get your board game. I wish I had better news on that. So anyway, yeah, it is what it is, guys. I wish I had better news on that. And if you were caught in the middle of it, that's always one of the dangers of supporting a Kickstarter. More often than not, it turns out for the best, but you always have to understand that you are taking a risk when you're financially backing a project prior to completion. There's always a chance that the company can be disreputable or can fall on hard times and just fold, and your investment will vanish with them. Does this have anything to do with the ML Luna figurine? I don't believe so. I think this is just about the board game. No, there's nothing in here about the Luna figurine. So that's it, guys. That is the news for tonight. I hope you will join us for the podcast tonight. We'll be joined by Kana and Anyo, as well as my second chair, I'm Sue. And we'll be discussing all of the things that we went over, as well as the new units and their potential in the game. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys have a great rest of your week. All right. You want to go talk about the units? So, let's see. Who you want to talk about first? Robin or Arya? Let's talk about Robin first. God, I hope this music isn't DMCA'd.
Guess I could use.
Don't screw me, Smilegate. No DMCA music. All right, guys, the Robin reveal has dropped. Let's check out the new Rift unit.
Guess I could use a warm-up. Been a while since I had fun. Should have stayed in the Night's Lane, darlings. Then again, who am I to say? Looks like I'm still in one piece.
She's so cool.
Robin Vannock, the most notorious hitman to roam the back alleys of Lefundos. She who had once earned legendary status as the coldest, most ruthless person to walk the back streets, has long retired from that past.
That's a new voice, isn't it? Yeah. AI voice? You think it's AI? It could be. It could be. Yeah, she's from Lefundus. One Piece collab? What are you talking about?
Most ruthless person to walk the back streets, has long retired from that past. Now running a small PI office and living out her days as the neighborhood deadbeat. However, to those who can see past her jubilant expressions and into her piercing eyes, they are often met with the chilling realization that her past life has not completely left her.
Yeah, the inflection seems very, very AI. I'll look into it. I'll look in and see if it's AI generated or not.
Robin is a 5-star fire elemental
Fast,
ranger.
decent
She
health.
has high speed and effectiveness, and can increase her attack
Oh, 30
further
effectiveness.
through her imprint concentration. Skill 3.
Skill 3. Say hello to my little friends. Guys, Scarface collab confirmed. We're totally getting a Scarface collab. Attacks all enemies with her secret weapon and extends duration of debuffs, except for those which prevent mobility, for 1 turn. Before a 100% chance after Mola, chance to inflict defense break. Oh my god, she's got 100% defense break on her S3. That's AoE. How many 100% AoE defense breaks do we have, right? It's Green Bologna, and that's about it, right? Lulica? Is Lulica 100%? 100% defense break and AoE S3 100% defense break's crazy. When the skill is not on cooldown, at the start of an ally's extra turn, grants swift attack to the caster and increases combat radius by 25%. Yikes. Okay, so when it's not on cooldown and at the start of an ally's extra turn, so you want to run allies with extra turn to give her swift attack and a 25% CR push, which practically guarantees her taking an extra chance. Or pretty much guarantees her taking another turn. Soulburn effect. At the end of the turn, detonates bleeds, burn effects inflicted on the target. Interesting. So for 20 souls, you can use this skill to not only defense break, but detonate bleeds and burns. Bleed detonation is not a big deal, but burn detonation is a huge deal. And I wouldn't say bleed's not a big deal. Anybody that was around for Bike and remembers how nasty bleed detonation can be.
Say hello to my little friends. Attacks all enemies with her secret weapon and extends duration of debuffs except for those which prevent movement by 1 turn, before up to a 100% chance to inflict decreased defense for 2 turns. When this skill is not on cooldown, at the start of an ally's extra turn, grants swift attack to the caster.
So it was just asked, I see nothing in here that says can only happen once per turn. So if you can do multiple extra turns, you should get multiple CR pushes. Like say you soul burn Spectre Tenebria 3 times, it's gonna be a 75% CR push. So yeah, you should, if you can do multiple extra turns, it should count for multiple CR pushes. That's gonna lead to some interesting synergies for some PvE, I suspect, to be able to cycle around. Maybe.
Skill is not on cooldown. This combat readiness by 25%. Extra turn grants swift attack to the caster and increases combat readiness by 25%.
Soul burning.
When 20 soul is consumed, detonates bleed and burn effects inflicted on
Let's
the
see that
target
damage.
at
See
the
that
end of the
damage.
turn.
That says 22,740 damage to that back row unit when those burns detonated, guys. And I'm seeing a 15,000 in blur and great googly moogly. That really says 37,000 damage. Holy crap, guys. Detonating burns is crazy.
Skill 2.
Skill 2, clear the back. Attacks all enemies with a grenade launcher, dispelling 2 buffs. Really like going after these people trying to hide immunity behind protection set. Before an 85% up to 100% after mullet, chance to inflict 3 burns. Oh my god. And increases the combat readiness by 50%. So you S3, then you to defense break everybody, and then you can S2, get a 50% CR push, then somebody does an extra turn pushing her up. And oh my god, yeah, you drop this, and then you can sober in the S3 and detonate. Whoo. Okay, guys, 50. She's going to cycle so fast. 115 base speed, and 2 of her skills so far have, one's got a 50% CR push. The other one has got swift action, which is another 50% CR push. And her S3, when it's on cooldown, she will 25% CR push every time other people do extra attacks, which means she can be run not as an opener, but as a unit of just about any speed that you can have an opener with extra turns, get her to take turns. Guys.
Clear the back.
Wild.
Attacks all enemies with a grenade launcher, dispelling 2 buffs. Before up to a 100% chance each to inflict 3 burn effects for 1 turn.
Dude, look at the
combat
suitcase
readiness
go.
Of the caster.
Holy crap. Oh my god. And it said up to 3 burns, right? I'm not tripping, right? Up to 3 burns. Oh, spoiler alert, 4 burns. We've got an artifact that does burns. An Assassin's Pledge. So yeah, wow. Look at all those burns. 4 burns. And a 50% CR push. And yeah, look, she's
to inflict 3 burn effects.
I bet her S3 is still ready to go, right?
Readiness of the caster by 50%.
Yeah, our S3 is ready to go. So you're going to S2 first. CR push her up by 50%. She'll get swift attack. Go right into an extra turn because swift attacks are passive, and right now she's ready to drop her S3 and blow shit up. Oh my god. S1, neutralize. Attacks the enemy with a dagger, has an 85% chance to inflict bleeds for 2 turns. And it's 100% chance to bleed. Every single one of her skills is 100% chance to debuff. Wild.
Skill 1, neutralize. Attacks the enemy with a dagger and has up to a 100% chance to inflict bleed for 2 turns. Robin's artifact is
an Assassin's Pledge. It doesn't matter who you are or where you scurried off to. I will find you. You see, your life, it's got quite the lucrative price tag. Okay, it's an effectiveness stick, so 30% more effectiveness on top of her base 30% more effectiveness. So we got 60% of free effectiveness between this max artifact and her base stats. After attacking, has a 100% chance to inflict burn on target for 1 turn. Can only be activated once every 2 turns. So it works on AoE, but every other turn, this artifact does nothing. But here's the thing, right? She's a unit where you're going to be using a waster turn to set the burns up, and then you're going to be detonating the burns. You don't need to place the burns when you detonate the burns. It would be a little bit nutty for her to place additional burns, so I see why they had to do this, why they had to limit it this way. It does make it only her artifact, I think. I'm not sure anyone else is really going to use this unless I am missing the plot big time. Could Pirate Flan use this? It could be used on Pirate Flan. Aramentha could use this. Aramentha could totally use this if she somehow turns herself from a mage into a ranger. Zeo, Araminta, Robin, Dark Shuri. Yeah, all of those Rangers like Zeo and Araminta. Oh my god.
An assassin's pledge.
So this is a solid artifact. Maybe we do want two of them.
Attacking, has
We'll
up to a
see.
100% to inflict burn on the target for 1 turn.
It does smack of the Star of the Deep Sea though, right? It's an artifact you're going to kind of want to max out because it only works every other turn. So when it works, you want it to work. Otherwise, it's just an effectiveness stat stick. Here's the thing though. It's 100% chance to inflict burn on the target. So the target's the operative word there. So that doesn't mean it has, if you have it at like say plus 15 and it's a 75% chance, that should mean each person it hits will go through the check. So 75% chance for this unit, then another 75 check for this unit, then another 75 check for this unit. Not 75% chance it works or it doesn't work on everything. It's going to be, each unit's going to have its own check. So, you know, if you run it at 75%, you're going to see it stick on probably 3 of the 4 enemy, right? Logically. So it's unlike Star of the Deep Sea, where it is a single target in most cases. This one actually, I think, would be functional on lower end levels. Of course, you want it at 100%, of course, for consistency, but it's not like having this at 75, 80, 90% is going to be debilitating, like with Star of the Deep Sea.
Can only be activated once every 2 turns.
Should have stayed in the Night's Lane, darling. Then again, who am I to say?
Nothing in this world ever mattered to me until I met you. Players will be able to meet Robin through the Drop Rate Up Summon starting May 29th.
Drop Rate Up Summon, the language they use for normal banner units. They always say limited rate up summon when it's limited, so Robin is not limited, which makes sense. She is the Rift unit. But remember, when it comes to Rift units, as they're going to show here, I suspect, nope, we still got some more RTA fighting. It's just a repeat of the last fight. Surely they're going to show her in Rift, right? Ah, yep, there it is, guys. As with Rift units, she is and isn't limited at the same time. And what I mean by that is she's just a normal drop rate up banner. Her banner will be rerun. She will have a story. You'll be able to use your story special bookmarks to recreate her banner and summon her again. There will be other banners, etc. and so forth. But the way Rift works is Rift is about 6 months long. This Rift was shorter. This Rift was like 4.5 months. They usually take 5 months for a Rift banner. Oh, I'm sorry, they usually take about 5 months for a story to be available in the storybook to create a story summon. So if you want Robin for Rift, her banner is effectively limited. Unless you just luck-sack random pull her from your dailies, you have no other way. Jesus Christ, today. I'm sorry, guys. I'll give you some music while I get this. Fuck were we talking about? Rift. Oh, we were talking about limited units, right? Right. So yeah. So Rift units are basically limited. You want to be careful about skipping a Rift unit because the banner won't be back until Rift is over. They will probably, like all the past Rifts, do a special paid banner where you can drop $10 to create the banner and pull it again several months in. But Rift is such an important farm. If it's within your capabilities, you want to pull for the unit as though it was a limited unit, because this is the way you get some of the best gear in the game. And if Wukong and Fene are any indicators, Robin is going to be critical for doing Rift quickly and easily. So yeah, she's not technically limited, but she is kind of a must pull for people who are wanting to have growth in their account.
Let's get it over with.
Look at all these burns. Numbers 1, 2, and 3. Got a countdown timer up here.
Brace yourself.
I like using Hazel makes sense because Hazel gives greater attack buff to the highest attack unit, so that's putting Gab. There's a cleanse there, a strip there. Charlotte. They did this last year, right? They showed the team with Ice Chloe, and then they tried to do an Ice Chloe banner, and then it turned out just Fene soloed it, and you didn't need Chloe at all. So maybe don't go crazy pulling for Charlotte just because she's on banner here, guys. Maybe we wait and see if Robin solos it and you don't really need Charlotte this time.
Burn.
Yep, more burns from Aramentha, of course.
Too easy. It's embarrassing.
You think this thing wants AoE? Yeah, I think it wants AoE. It probably wants a knight in the front. We'll see, guys. I guess on the 29th, we will all get together. And come up with ways to beat the Rift. Just use Kane. Just use Kane if I have him. Poor Kane. Someone's going to try to find a way to force Kane into this, right? Oh yeah, we'll all be pulling for Robin. Outside of Rift, though, she this is nothing to sneeze at. This damage, guys.
Who am I to say?
18,900, 22,400, 16,000 into the tankiest unit in the game, 40,000 damage. This is nothing to sneeze at. She is definitely going to have a place. It's kind of weird that she can crit, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of weird that she can crit too. Yeah. Yeah, I think she's going to be way usable outside of Rift, but we'll have to see. That 16k was into a Proof of Valor, and that's why it's so low. I don't think she will replace Dark Shuri, though. She will for me, because I don't have Dark Shuri. Let me know what you guys think. You guys going to pull for Robin? You're going to wait and see? Normally, my advice is wait. You know, wait till she tests out, decide if she is deserving of your bookmarks. But because she is a Rift unit, she is a safe pull. Her and her artifact. You should pick up one of each minimum, and then start really saving. If you want to pull more than that, maybe wait for testing on that. But once you secure your Robin so that your Rift season is locked down, start saving up, because summer units are like a dark clouds on the horizon, guys. They are going to hit, and when they hit hard. 3 to 4 limited units all at once. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you guys have a great rest of your week. All right, let's take a look at malaria.
What is up, guys? It is Mitchell or
That's
Deity, and today
Deity's video. Give Deity a like and subscribe too, but we need Epic 7's video. Here we go. All right, guys. Here she is, the new ML5 unit who will be out on June the 5th. ML Arya. So let's see what Malaria has for us here.
Violations of conduct will not be tolerated. Somebody's in need of a thrashing. One who perpetuates disorder shall face my iron fist.
Damn, shoved her ass right through that wall.
Time better spent
Woo!
elsewhere.
Guys.
Face disorder shall face my iron fist. Time better spent
That's some
elsewhere.
physics right there, guys. That's some physics.
Disciplinary Prefect Arya, the girl who single-handedly flipped the once problematic Shadewood High into a school of academic prestige. Although she may be a bit of a tyrant, forcing students to study a minimum of 14 hours a day and handing out punishment.
14 hours a day? Guys, I thought the Nadalon story was awful before, but now, holy shit.
And handing out punishment on a whim. Not a single student dared rebel against her, as she was also the school's strongest in terms of brute strength. Recently, she's been keeping herself busy, coming up with initiatives that would quell those insufferable bikers that have been frequenting the school even after they had graduated. Disciplinary Prefect Arya is a five-star dark elemental warrior.
A dark Capricorn,
dark Capricorn
warrior. So really high health, not much to speak of on speed.
Skill, imprint, concentration.
AoE, effect resistance, and self-imprint health.
Skill.
Unwavering execution. Her passive skill increases soul burn consumption by 100%. That's it, guys. Cleave is dead. You know, every time a new unit comes out, we're supposed to say Cleave is dead. So make sure you tell all your friends. Just ungear all your anti-Cleave units because Cleave is clearly dead. Cleave is always dead every time a new unit comes out. So make sure, tell your friends, Cleave is dead. At the start of the first battle, increases effect resistance proportional to max health. Increases effect resistance proportional. So she's boosting her own effect resistance. So that's why we've got a self-health imprint. So 18% health, I'm assuming, would be the equivalent of 18% ER. After you go through the proportionality, we could probably math out exactly how much health is equal to how much ER if we base it on that theory, right? But we'll have to see how much ER each HP converts. So she's going to have a lot of effect resistance on herself because she's going to have a lot of health. She's got stupid high health and she's self-health imprints. When the caster is not inflicted with a debuff, increases effect resistance of all allies by 25%. So health on her is like effect resistance, just like effectiveness on Aramentha is like attack on Aramentha, right? On Silverblade. So health, you go stack a shit ton of health on her. That by nature is going to give her effect resistance. And if she is not debuffed, she gives all allies 25% effect resistance. And remember, all allies means her as well. It's not allies of Malaria, it's allies of you, the player who has her on the team. So she will give this 25% to herself as well. And it's not just 25, it's 30, it's 40. It's 40% effect resistance, guys. 40%. With Mola, if she's not debuffed. And her HP is equivalent effect resistance. And her imprint is equivalent effect resistance. 18, I guarantee you 18% health is going to be, on her, is going to be equivalent of 18% ER, so you could probably do the math. Wow, they really hurt us when we said effect resistance isn't a real stat, and they're trying to prove us wrong here. That is wild.
Unwavering execution. At the start of the first is not inflicted. Skill 3.
Skill 3, Purge. So this is the big punching kids through a wall skill, right? This one.
Strongest in terms of brute.
Attacks the enemy with a merciless iron fist, granting a barrier to all allies for 2 turns before increasing defense penetration by 35%. So she grants a barrier to all allies and then 35% defense penetration on this skill. Penetration increase stacks up to 2 times. Does that mean it can go to 70 or does that mean it goes to 105? It means it would go to 70, right? A 70% pen. A successful attack always results in a critical hit. Holy shit! 70% pen, guaranteed crit. So you can build this girl without any crit chance. You can just go in with straight up HP and crit damage. That's Galililius, right? Galililius is 70% penetration. Yeah, Galililius is 70% penetration with no need for crit. That's a Gala quality S3 depending on the mods. A successful attack always results in a crit. Damage dealt and barrier strength increases proportional to the max health. Now, Gala is attack-based, and attack-based always hits harder than HP-based in the damage equation, but it's basically a Bruiser Galililius S3. It's not going to hit as hard as Gala, not by any stretch, but it should hit hard. We'll need to see the mods. And if you Soul Burn, increases damage dealt and decreases skill cooldown by 1 turn. This right here increases soul, of the enemy. It's not double-edged. Everybody doubles their Soul Burn usage. Brutal. Wow. So Frida and I guess that's one thing, right? Is if you use Frida into ML Luna, you can seal this passive and then not have the soul burns cost more. But yeah, Frida's value just went through the roof with this unit. Right before they're going to rerun her banner. Funny how that works. What a powerhouse skill, guys.
And a critical hit. Damage dealt and barrier strength increase proportional to the caster's max health. When 10 soul is consumed,
Blammo, show me the
damage
damage.
and decreases skill cooldown.
It's no Galililius, guys, but that does say 23k. That's going to erase, most units that aren't super tanks. Not gonna lie, new guy that voiced it's AI generated, Biako. I think it is, man. If you listen to it, it's pretty even inflection all the way through. There's not a lot of emotion to it. If it's not AI, then the guy has got a very flat, monotone read method. And if he's not AI, I apologize to him. But I am going to reach out to Smogate and see if I can get a solid answer on that. But I am not like any kind of super expert. I don't make my living on detecting AI versus normal, but the general community sentiment seems to be it's AI, and I'm kind of in the 80% likely category on this. Man, what a solid strike.
By 1 turn. Skill 1.
Skill 1, disciplinary warning. Oh my god, this Arya spanks into so many fetishes, pun intended. Attacks the enemy, increasing combat race of the caster by 15%. Okay, so she's kind of got a Ravi passive in her, where when she attacks, she self-pushes. When Purge is on cooldown... Oh, no, wait. This is when she attacks, she combat readies pushes, not when she is attacked. Never mind. When Purge is on cooldown, activates disciplinary action as an extra attack. I'm going to circle back around to that in a second here. Damage dealt increases proportional to max health. Does. She's an HP scaler. Disciplinary action. Attacks the enemy, inflicting up to a... Oh, great. She's an injury unit, too. Why not? Let's just give her 10% injuries. A successful attack will always result in a critical hit. Again, just like Gala. Damage dealt increases proportional to caster's max health. Counter set unit. 100% counter set unit. Because there is nothing in here that says on her turn. as an extra attack, and counters count as an extra attack, right? I'm not crazy on that. Counters would count as an extra attack, which would give her the CR push, which would activate the injuries. Yeah. Yeah, I think she is a counter set HP unit, which makes her a little harder to build, right? Because you don't get stats from counter set, so you're going to have to rely on just the substats. So she's going to need really, really good counters gear, and she's going to need that unique gear, that unique, hard to find gear. It's one of the things that made Galililius so hard to build for people is not a lot of people had shit tons of attack and shit tons of crit damage, but no crit chance. That was kind of a weird cocktail. Usually you want the crit chance in there, so it was hard for people to build it. It's going to be a little hard to build this. A lot of people are going to have counter set with high HP, but not a lot of people are going to have high HP and high crit damage combined and no crit chance. So it's going to make her difficult to build in the sense that she uses very unique gear on top of maybe wanting a little bit of ER on her too to stack with her HP conversion ER. So, yeah, I think she's going to be one of those units where people are going to be really, jonesing for an Artena crafting event to build the gear around her. But if you have the gear to build this unit, holy crap, doubling soul burn costs, packed with some injuries, can counterattack into this injury skill, doesn't need crit chance to do serious single target damage. Guys, this oh my god, this unit behind Arunca is going to be devastating. One of the biggest issues with Arunca right now, I was just talking about my Arunca a little bit ago and about how the biggest issue I have with my Arunca is I don't have any effect resistance on mine, and it causes me problems. I think if I can pick up an Arya, that solves my problem, and I don't have to change my build at all. Unless they're going to let me have Robin or some other disaster unit behind my Arunca and not take my Arya. Whoo. Oh, guys, double Arya behind Arunca. Double Arya behind Arunca. Let's go.
Disciplinary warning.
Wild.
Using a successful attack always
so there's the hit.
Damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's max health.
Extra hit.
One who
Yeah, that's going to proc all counters, guys. It's going to be brutal.
Shall face my iron fist.
The committee member responsible for order at Shadewood High and a master of both fist and pin. Players will be able to meet disciplinary prefect Arya through the Mystic Summon starting June 5th. Thank you.
True, Cookie.
For the sake of peace, I'll be the villain I have to be.
You're a Lua hater?
Look at that. Holy crap. Guys, you stack this with Bastion of Hope. You stack this with Shamadra's Staff. You stack this with units that grant ER like Crimson Arm and giving everybody ER. Oh my god, did all of us just turn Japanese overnight? Did all of us just turn into Japan style server cleavers or tank down? Isn't this like Japan tank down, right? Is Japan tank down is kind of like normal tank down except everybody has 500 ER? Wild.
You're a Lua hater?
What artifact am I putting on her? I would probably put her on Lethe's artifact. Lots of extra HP, that means ER. You could also consider putting
What will the damage be like?
would that be a good idea?
Life or death?
Yeah, I think Sweet Miracle might be a decent idea on her just on the outside chance somebody is able to squeeze off a soul burn or get a debuff on her to slow her down. You could Sweet Miracle to stop that. She's a warrior, so she has any host of healing artifacts, right? Yeah, Golden Rose.
Will not be tolerated.
Oh, Krau's artifact. Krau's artifact's heckin' brilliant. Yeah, I just said Lethe's artifact. That was the first one I mentioned. Oh my god, guys. I think KHM saw this demo and peed a little. This is the most KHM thing I think I've ever seen. Is she a must pull? Do you like what you're seeing on the screen? Do you like playing this way? I think she is incredibly powerful. The only thing that gives us pause is she going to be better than ML Ross? And that's the $1,000,000 question. And I would love to give you guys the answer to that, but my crystal ball's in the shop. I can tell you this, ML Ross is coming on at the very, very end of July. Roughly 6, 7, 8 weeks away. And when ML Ross comes out, he is an E7 World Cup unit, and that's going to make him one of the historically strongest units in the game. So, are you going to skip all of this to get yourself an ML Ross? That is a hard decision that I can't make for you guys. So, yeah. If you are on the fence, wait. Her banner is 3 weeks long. Wait. Let her be tested. Let the whales and the streamers go out there and really put her through her paces and see if you can do what they're doing, see if you like what she's doing and that you can bring that to your team, and then purchase or pass. Don't pull her on day one. Resist that urge. That's, once again, my consistent advice to you guys. If you're unsure, wait and see. You got 3 weeks to wait. But if she's waifu and you just have to have her, little head always defeats the big head when it comes to purchases, so you guys do you. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys have a great rest of your week. Take care, Epic 7. All right, guys. Woo! My headset's beeping at me, so any second now, I'm going to lose my ability to hear anything. So I'm going to go ahead and take a handful of questions and then wrap stream up and go put these together in a video and get ready for tonight's live stream. Any guys got any questions? ML Ross's DPS, no idea. He'll probably be Cleave because Cleave sells. Cleave or aggro. Because aggro and standard are in the shitter right now. He will probably bring balance to that. How can I grow hair as nice as yours? I discovered while in college that a pitcher of beer and a haircut were the exact same price and priorities. Don't forget, ER is a fake stat in a 15% world, and Cleave is dead. Unity counter set on her. Destroyer, I like the way you're thinking. Diabolical. Arya is looking good with Robin too. No, first part of that sentence, all you need to say. I don't think there's going to be a collab this year. Do I think there's going to be a collab this year? I was told specifically there was going to be collabs this year, plural. But that's all they would say. Are there any warrior artifacts with counter like Elbrus? No. Triple unity, freaking damn it, Cookie. Why are you such a monster?
Let's get right into it. Number 10.
Is Robin worth it if I have no interest in Rift this season? If you have no interest whatsoever in Rift at all, give it a couple of weeks, or give it a 1 to 2 weeks to see how she pans out. I think she is. I think she's going to be really strong in in arena and PvP, but give her 2 weeks to test out and see how she looks before you make that commitment. Benny was worth it for her voice lights alone. Unhinged. Sorry, guys. I've lost all the music because my headset just died, and if I can't hear it, you guys can't hear it. This rift ends in 51 minutes, by the way. Yikes! Get in there and do more. Robin gets canceled out by this Arya. Robin is definitely countered by this Arya. Canceled out is a strong word because that implies that you're going to let Arya through or that we're going to let Robin through. They both are very strong into each other. Robin can detonate. It's kind of like if I pick DDR and you pick Schneel. Are you really going to risk that I'm going to not ban Schneel and let me keep DDR? Or are you going to, and am I going to risk that you're not going to ban my DDR and let your Schneel through? Usually what you see is DDR and Schneel both go bye-bye, but yeah, so I it's good that there's counterplay there, but it's not like one makes the other not important. Is Headhunt this year going to have Peyra and Teiyu? It will have Teiyu. Peyra is right. Yeah, it should have Peyra. It should have Teiyu. Arunca is right on the line. It depends on if they do Headhunt 1 week early and Arunca misses it 1 week late. It just depends where they do it, right? Arunca is right on that line, but any play prior than Arunca should be on Headhunt. How does double soul burn work anyway? What if it has a free soul burn? What will happen? Well, what's double the price of free? What's 0 times 2? I think that's your answer. It's not increases the soul burn cost by 10, it's double it. So double 0 is still 0. So free soul burns will have no effect on that whatsoever. Thus, free to stocks go through the roof. I can't. My headset died. And when my headset died, there's no sound. So I'm just answering questions real quick, and then we'll restart stream. And I got to go buy new headsets that have more than freaking 2 hours of lifespan to them, unfortunately. You could use Bologna's artifact to squeeze more CR with Robin. Yeah, we'll have to see. Here's my plan, right? Here's my plan for Here's my plan for ML Aria. I am 200 from pity. I'm going to summon all the way down to 100. If by 100 I get her, there we go. If I hit 100 and I still don't have her, I'm going to stop and save my pity for Ross, because she is not my style of play. I think she's really, really strong, but she's not how I like to engage with the game. I don't like 10-minute long matches, so I'll be glad to have her on the team if she decides to come home in the first 100. But if I don't get her in the first 100, I'm going to start saving for Ross. I can spend enough to buy Ross, but I can't spend enough to buy both of these to pity. I'm not going to spend that kind of money. So that's my thoughts. Hey, you do voice acting. Perhaps you could do Fenne's line. No, that's just not going to happen. What is Headhunt? It's basically an advent calendar where at the end of which you get to select an ML5 unit. It's the one place where we have the closest thing possible to an ML5 selector, and it happens basically over Christmas, New Year's window, during the holiday season. It's a once-a-year event. If you just search YouTube for Headhunt, you'll see all kinds of info about it. But everybody looks forward to it, but because it's basically the one time you get to say, finally, I get to have XYZ ML5 unit guaranteed. Papa loves me. 30 from pity, saving myself. Remember, if you are at pity and you want to take some shots at Arya, but you want to save for Ross, you just switch it over to the 4-star banner and summon away. And if you get Arya, your pity is still preserved because you've hidden the 5-star pity and you're only impacting the 4-star pity. Do you think all players will get the rank up packs free? No, not free. You'll be able to buy the rank up packs though, for sure. I'm sure that they'll re-release them, and then you can go ahead and buy them again, for sure. It's going to be around November, right? Traditionally, it starts mid to late November. It's varied a little bit, but it's always been mid to late November. They stack it in such a way that they try to overlap Black Friday, overlap the entire Christmas, Hanukkah season, overlap New Year's, and slide in so that it usually ends right around Lunar New Year, and they can start the Lunar New Year celebrations. It's usually that window. It's when most everybody's schedules get chaotic for the holidays, right? They're on holiday break, they're on vacation, their school's let out, whatever, and they know people are out doing all kinds of stuff, but not playing Epic 7. So they want to do something that makes sure that you log in every single day. They want to give a very important reason for you to log into the game every single day, even if it's just to click on your daily advent, on your daily headhunt. It's a very clever way to make sure we always log into the game. That's why they always do it, is it's in their best interest to make sure people don't fall out of love with the game. Because if you stop doing anything for 2 weeks, that's kind of the scientifically proven window, right? Is that 2-week hump. If you can stop doing something for 2 straight weeks, you can generally break the habit. And Smilegate doesn't want you to break the habit of playing their game. So they're giving you a way to log in every single day at the best time of the year for people to break their habits. If it's November and Runka's on the table, the 6-month threshold is, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just depends, right? Last year we said, will Senya be on? And we're like, yes, Senya is in the 6-month window. And then they released it a week early and screwed us out of Senya. They could easily release it a week early again and screw us out of Arunka. We really don't know until we've got an actual date. And that, unfortunately, we probably won't find out until early November. Rita stonks with, yeah. You think that's a coincidence, Wave? You think that's not a pretty freaking good sign that maybe about 1, maybe 2 weeks after the Arya is out there and doing her things, that suddenly Frida banner is out? Frida maybe with an exclusive equipment to make her even more usable so that you can find more and more ways to counter the monstrosity that is Arya. You think that's just a coincidence? So that everybody will spend on the summer rerun banner, get their Frida, and then they can drop another summon banner. I'm telling Smilegate's not that smart. Smilegate is most definitely that smart. Yeah, I will give them grief for bad decisions, but when it comes to monetizing and weaponizing monetization, that is like probably 80% of the think tank at Smilegate and any gacha game goes into weaponizing monetization against the player base, creating FOMO. Freaking psychologists are tasked for coming up with the packs to make you want to buy. Even just the way the art and the colors are laid out. It's a crazy rabbit hole to dive down as to the effort that they put into gacha games to make you feel the need to spend. It's diabolical, guys. All these barrier units scream OpSig buff this Friday. Yeah, I don't know, Frederick. I don't know if Smilegate's that smart. All right, guys. Be here for the podcast tonight. We'll be talking about all of these changes. We'll be talking about our theory crafts and guesses on who's going to be on the balance patch announcement this Friday. That's right, Friday we have the announcement. 2 weeks later, the balance patch goes live. So be excited about that. That always, not always, but often changes the meta. I'm going to go make some videos, go get some food, piss like a racehorse. Maintenance is tonight. Get your Guild Wars done. I'll catch you guys tonight. Have a great one, everybody. Everybody say a prof boy. I'll catch you guys tomorrow or tonight after food and coffee. Lots and lots.